everyone, and welcome. Crash here, this RTA Motorsports. Sorry if you were a part of the last stream. We just had this weird Streamlabs OBS issue. It just kind of like froze up. I don't know if it seemed to have frozen on your end if you guys were in the chat, but it was completely frozen on our end, and that was a little bit strange. So we had to unfortunately stop the stream, restart it, but it didn't look like really too many people were in at that point in time. But we're going to jump into iRacing. We're in the Audi TCR. We are doing the current week's worth of race. So where we stand in our division right now, well, at the closing of last week, we're in 5th place. At not overall, but in our division. Now we got bumped to 12th. That's because we haven't done the current race this week yet. So we're behind in the points. So we really need to try to pick up our participation to try to get the points back, hopefully maintain our spot in the top 5 in our division. There's several different divisions, all depending on your iRating location, I guess. I'm not exactly totally sure how it works. I think a lot of it has to do with iRating, but we're moving that up little by little. So hopefully today when we race, we have a clean race and our iRating continues to go up. All right, so let's switch this over so that way you could all see what we're looking at here. And I want to pause there. All right, so here we go. Boom. So you can see what we're doing here. We do have things a little bit different. I did move some things around, so hopefully that works out for everybody. Definitely let me know. Let's type in a few things in here. Make sure chat. Make sure chat is working. All right, there we go. So chat is working. I do hate that YouTube box that pops up. Let's see if we could hide that real quick. That is so annoying to me. Let's see. Edit, transform. Like 100. That does. Close. Let's see. There we go. All right, so that'll work. Boom. But we did move a few things around, mainly because I didn't like in the last stream. We're still kind of new to Streamlabs OBS. I didn't like how in the last stream our webcam was taking up a majority of what was, you know, the actual car footage. So I did want to move that around so that way you could all see what's going on. I'm going to try to race with chat on the screen. That way we have a better view of chat. See if this all works out. So the company that I am getting my setups through is Pure Driving School. Not sponsored by them or anything like that. I'm sure they probably never even heard of me. But yeah, so if you want to try any of the setups we're using, I did modify some things from the setup. Our diff setting and whatnot, I did modify just to what feels comfortable. But this is really the first time we're trying this car around this track here. It's going to take a few laps for the tires to really heat up and feel normal. Before we really can focus on getting our groove. At least we're keeping the car on the track for the first lap here. Kind of getting a feel for how this car handles this track, the braking zones and whatnot. Definitely didn't have to go to third gear there. Could have kept it in fourth. Too hot, way too hot. That was a mess. Alright, let's see what we can do this lap. Try to clean it up. For the last few races we did, we always finished in either the top 5 or even the top 2. Like, last race we did, we actually qualified first, and we ended up losing the position a good ways through the race. We ended up finishing second, but it was a really tight and tough battle. We did really well, and I was very proud. Even though we finished second, we lost the pole position. I was very proud with how we finished. So hopefully we could translate that to this track. That was at Open Park, I think it was. We need to come out more there. Definitely carry some more speed through there. Now that the tires are heating up, feeling a little bit better. Alright, Crash, what do I think about the Audi? I actually love this car. It's why we've been following this series so closely. Whoa. It communicates really well. It's a challenge because it's totally different than most other cars that we have driven, as far as I have driven. I'm not really an Audi guy, really, let alone a front-wheel drive guy. I haven't really driven the TCR series too much in race room. I've tried it, but not enough that I even remember. I genuinely am having a lot of fun with this car in this series. Everything feels kind of predictable, and it is kind of tough. You do need to steer the car with the throttle and the brake, which is challenging. And you definitely feel the advantage of the tires heating up. You could feel, I don't know if it's the new tire model, if it's just how the car handles, but it's very neat. It's been a very cool experience so far. I don't think we really had to go to third there. Now that, yeah, probably could have kept it in fourth. But again, we're just getting used to it. This is our first few laps ever with this car at Road America. You can see I'm kind of losing it on brake. I'm braking. The car is kind of getting a little wild on me. I don't know if I'm applying the brake too hard. I did up the brake pressure a little bit, so I might want to come down with it back to what the setup entailed, but whew. I did find the last few races that we did, upping the brake pressure actually gave me a little bit more stability. I'm not finding that right now. Like 223.725. See where some of these other cars are at. 221. At least we're not like 10 seconds off the lead car that's in here right now. Still got a ways to work, but we're not out of the universe of what other guys are putting down. We do have a qualifying setup that we could try also. Feel the car kind of understeering a little bit. Woo! That wasn't the cleanest. Oh, we missed the apex on that. Really need to get that car sucked into that apex to carry more speed through it. I think this might be a solid 222. Nope, another 223. Not there yet. That was dirty. Let's go back to the pits. Let's try our qualifying setup, and we'll just try it as is. And we'll see how that works. You're enjoying the new tire model. So, what series are you focusing on right now? We won't save the current setup. I kind of want to try that setup again without the adjustments I made. Just the bare setup. Got a race coming up soon, so we don't have a whole lot of time.
You got about 5 laps of fuel left.
This is just a qualifying setup. Kind of want to see how the qualifying setup reacts. We'll kind of treat it like qualifying too. The first lap, I'm not going to try to go completely crazy with it. Skippy, okay, so you also got the new damage model too. How's that going? Have you seen any gnarly accidents? We completely messed that one up, not paying attention to my brake points. See what happens next lap around. Let's see what type of time we get. Oh, wow. Could not control it on the braking there. Huh. As you laugh at every time you race now. There we go.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
Oh, we turned in too early. We didn't really open up the corner as well as we should have. This diff 1 setting definitely makes the car feel agile, but At the same time, it's also a little unsteady, especially under braking. Look at that. I can't run the car with that diff setting right now. I have to get a little bit more used to it. Let's see. Too gnarly. Too much. All right. Braking feels a lot better now.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Okay, let's pit in.
Slow down. You
Yeah,
got a
yeah.
penalty for cutting the cord.
Oh, calm it down. Get a new car. Really have not much time to get this down. I really want to get a good practice qualifying session in. We didn't cut it in enough. Alright, so this is going to be our first actual timed lap. kind of pretending that we're qualifying right now. Slow down way too much there. Review for the tube, what's up? We screwed up that last turn. What's up, buddy? Guess what? My CSW V2.5 arrived. You're absolutely loving it. Good. Got it dialed in first day. Perfect for what? Perfect for you. It was easy watching so many videos to know exactly what each setting does. All right. That was a 223.671. Gotcha. Well, I'm glad you got it dialed in. I mean, it took me more than a day to get it dialed in. That's just me. That's not the wheel's fault. Now, I actually really did like my CSW V2.5 when I had it. What wheels did you get for it? Woo, carried that one all the way out. Wow, that was actually slower. 223.833. We don't have much fuel left. I'm gonna have to actually pull over, and I'm gonna have to go back to the pits. I don't even have enough fuel to make it all the way around the track. You'll be getting the DD1 in about 6 months. You already planned it out. But the CSW V2.5 really shocked you, really raised, they raised the price by $50 for some reason, but hey, you got the Formula V2, also the Porsche wheel. Those are awesome wheels. I've never tried the Porsche wheel. I've seen one in person, just never tried one. I used to have the BMW wheel, and I was always told to get the Porsche wheel. Lighter. Yes, a lot of the force feedback gets conveyed through it a lot more. You got the load cell kit. So what pedals did you get? But congratulations, man. I'm very happy for you. I really did like it. I was never really used to it as far as drifting. I could never get it dialed in perfectly for drifting for me. I was so used to the Thrustmaster TX that I had for drifting in the past. But that thing burnt out on me because of probably drifting it. But I never really felt like I was able to get it dialed in for drifting, unfortunately. Where it was like perfectly predictable. You know, it always felt like it was spinning too fast for me to catch. And both of those wheels you could take with you to the DD1 or, you know, whatever route you end up going. Pretty soon we're gonna have to get out this practice session and really jump into the race session. Make sure we add ourselves to the race session. Really need to get that time down in the 221s. The CSL Elite pedals with the load cell kit. That's awesome bang for the buck pedals right there. A lot of people love those pedals. Whoa, we got like sucked out into the grass there a little bit. Not quite off track, but that's off track. That's bad. Man, this car feels so different when the tires are cold. I can see this race being very interesting. Hopefully we have enough focus to keep it on the track and keep it clean. No, I was just saying that those pedals are definitely one of the best bangs for the bucks out there. A lot of people love those pedals. Alright, so let's treat this again like we're qualifying. This is going to be a first time lap. It's a little bit unnerving once you start coming off the brakes, the car like rotates itself. I'm actually racing with iRacing in windowed mode right now. I am getting some stuttering though that I'm noticing, even though the frame rate is around 100 frames per second. It doesn't like being in windowed mode for whatever reason. We didn't get an off track there, but that definitely ruined our time. Might just have to join the race session. .224, yeah, it's even slower. I'm gonna have to forward your points to my bud that bought my old V2.5. That way he could at least get the most out of it. That was much better. That was better too. We keep understeering and kind of like crab walking that out. I think that has to do with the setup changes that I made. That wasn't that clean for the ending. Let's see. I don't think that's going to be in a 222 range. Woo! 222.828. All right, so that's our fastest lap so far. Let's go back to the pits and let's start registering for the race session. Awesome. Glad we got that. I didn't think it was going to be in the 220s, but Channel VR, what's going on? Thank you for joining in. So review for the tube says, found that drifting on the CSW V2 already. If you turn the spring force feedback setting way down and turn the dampening up to about 20 and the friction around 10, keep the wheel drift mode on 0 is perfect. That was nowhere near the settings that I use, so you know I'm definitely gonna forward that to him, see if he could try that, and see the wheel like pulling back to center so it fights you a little bit. Yep. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. You pretty much figured out the wheel, it sounds like. People always skip over the spring force feedback with it, and that's what eliminates the feeling of it always trying to center itself. That's a problem I had in the beginning. I think I did lower that eventually because I didn't have that sensation towards the end before we got our direct drive here. I just like the V2.5 better than my Thrustmaster, right? I remember, and that was before I really. So it took me a while of owning that wheelbase before I actually like. Not that I fell in love with it. I always did love it. I thought it was awesome. The force feedback was strong. It just took me a long time to figure it out, like a long time. And once I did, it was fine. But the Thrustmaster, for me, I felt like I was able to just sit down and go with it. Like it didn't really take as much research, fine-tuning, or anything like that for me to get the optimal settings that worked well for what I'm looking for, if that makes sense. So out of the box, the Thrustmaster felt better, the TX, but the TX is an inferior wheelbase. It just is. But feeling-wise, I was, you know, so used to the TX that It was just easier for me to just jump into. Yeah, it just felt like it was easier. I knew the V2.5 had more settings that I could adjust if I knew how to really get that wheelbase feeling perfectly. And towards the end, I got it feeling really close. I was very, very nervous to get rid of that wheelbase for the direct drives, because I was afraid that the benefits wouldn't really outshine as much as like the price was. Like the ratio of the two wouldn't really make sense, and that's kind of what I was afraid of. But so far I've been really happy. Been really happy with this decision so far. But the V2.5 really is like the best belt-driven wheelbase so far, in my opinion. During the race session, we'll jump right back into practice once we add ourselves to the race session. Hopefully we do okay with the race session. I don't know. A lot of times race sessions, people drive a little slow the first few laps, and it kind of allows you to build up to it too. I'm not expecting like the last race we did was, I think it was Alton Park. We qualified first, we finished second. I'm not expecting those this time around. I'm just hoping that we race like a nice clean race, nice competitive race. We're not lost in the pack. That's all I'm hoping for right now. That welcome to chat message reminder. I hate that thing. If anyone knows how to get rid of that, please let me know. That's so annoying. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Try just racing setup. And again, the setups I know a lot of people are a part of VRS. One of my good friends is a part of VRS. We're a part of Pure Driving School. We're not sponsored by them. We're not in their racing team. I just use them for setups. So that's where we're getting our setups from. It's a monthly service, like a subscription you pay for. Pretty cheap. Oh, yep. We gotta turn our sim experience or sim commander on. That is definitely not the force feedback I was expecting. Yep, that definitely felt weird. No, only because you're gonna join this race session. It didn't really take me too long to get too used to it, only because I was already familiar with Sim Commander for simvibe. So I already had a lot of the profiles. I already knew my way around it. You never used Sim Commander before, it could be kind of daunting, kind of like getting into iRacing for the first time, trying to figure out iRacing. Same thing, it's a whole new piece of software that you got to learn. tires. Come on. Yeah, the familiarity really is what made it easy around, like, getting around the software. Not saying this is the last wheelbase I ever want. I definitely want to try the Fanatec DD1s and DD2s and the SimCube or SimuCube, and I want to try them all and kind of get an idea as to where this stacks up. Just haven't really had the chance to try any of the other ones, unfortunately, at the moment. Sim Racing Source. Dan, did you go and change your name? I'm gonna have to change my name to Sim Racing Sources. I like it though. I like it. So Dan, you hopped back in iRacing last night for the first time in a while and crashed and died. Oh no! Crash died and you lost your name at the same time. Oh my gosh. It'd be horrible if this is really not Dan and just someone else using his picture. I hope not. Are you an imposter? Who's Dan? Well, sir, I appreciate you joining in and hanging out. I'm gonna try this Audi TCR race at Road America. What series did you try? Have you tried this Audi yet? Or any of the races with it yet? Well, if you're in Billy's bushes, then you're not too far away from me. I could actually just go and pick you up. Oh, you started a brand new iRacing account. Oh man. That's rough. The beginning is rough. Yeah. Are you, have you ever been on iRacing? You've been on iRacing, right? Or is this your first foray into iRacing? I could have sworn you've been on iRacing already. I'm over here trying to watch chat. Yeah, this Audi is, it's a handful. It definitely is a handful. It's a lot of fun. I like how much you have to steer the car and control it with the pedals. And how different it feels in every other car. It's like a nice break, you know? Try something different. Ah, come on, you son of a... Tires are not hot enough yet. I could understand that. Yeah, I can see that.
Go left.
The Audi TCR races are a lot of fun though, Dan. You ever get a chance to use your other account? It's a blast. A lot of people still getting used to the cars, but when you get hooked with a group of guys and you're battling for position, it really does make you kind of wince and kind of clinch up quite a few different times. I think they did a really good job with these cars. Again, I haven't tried the race room version. I know a lot of people that like the race room version. They tend to prefer that one from what I was hearing, but I have been enjoying myself with this car. Race should be starting in just a little bit. Really want to get my times in the 222s, the very highest. You kind of ruined your other account the last few months you used it. Was doing horrible for some reason. Yeah, and that's kind of what happens to me. I go through these long stints of just like not racing and iRacing.
Go left.
And it's normally due to like these long sort of frustrating periods. So I hear you completely. There's quite a few times I thought about opening up another account. I haven't mainly out of laziness. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm fighting to try to get my iRating up right now. My iRating was in the dumpster. Feeling better and better with this car as we're going. Normally around the time I say that, I normally kickflip. So I am not doubting a horrible accident coming in the near future. In iRacing. Let me specify. With the Audi. So close to the 222s.
Thank you.
No, you'll get back pretty quick, especially if you're taking it seriously now. Get your license above, your safety rating above a 4. There we go, 222.729.
Go left.
Get out of that rookie class. If not, you're already past the rookie class. I'm not sure where you're at. You know how it is, man. Once you take it seriously, you're going to be moving up quick. You take advantage of a lot of those automatic promotions by getting your safety rating up above a 4. And you have a lot of knowledge of how iRacing works, where a lot of the rookies coming in don't. So you're going to have that edge already. Kind of screwed that up. Didn't get an off track, but we didn't suck it in far enough into the apex. It's going to be a trip to try to pass at. This is going to be a hard course to pass. Very narrow. A lot of turns. Pretty tricky. A lot of people, including myself, are just fighting to get the car around the track. 223.2. Race should be starting in just a few minutes. Less than 10 minutes. Got about 6 minutes till race starts. Thank you for everyone that's joined in. Greatly appreciate it. Woo, big slide there. Not paying attention. Let's get off the track. Go back to the pits. And you know what? We got a few minutes. Let's try the... Let's try the qualifying setup again. And let's give it a go. Yeah. Where are they? I think they're downstairs.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel left.
Thank you. This guy that's behind us is probably going to be eager to pass us, especially if his tires are already warm. We're not going to really be able to outmaneuver him. He's going to be on our tail pretty hard. And this is just a practice session, so really...
Left side. Clear.
There we go. I'm just trying to practice like a mock qualifying. Whoop, whoop. Looking at my watch. Another spam phone call. I don't know about you guys, but I get tons of them. It's so annoying. Yes, so mine's already sent out. I'm still waiting for confirmation that they sent the new one back to us. But yeah, they're going to be sending us a new one. We do have the Pimax that we could be using, but, you know, I really just wanted to just jump in and go today. Now we're messing up with this qualifying setup. I will premise this day and say that I'm probably around 28 hours no sleep. My choice. Got my car aligned this morning. Normally, with the shift that I worked yesterday, I would normally sleep in the morning. My shifts are all over the place. Opted to get my car aligned. It was bugging the heck out of me.
You have about 2 laps of fuel left.
So I think the focus level is going to be a little bit difficult to overcome. We'll get it. We'll try our best. You have the Rift S sitting in the box. Did you watch the Oculus Connect? Very interesting. Now the Quest is going to be, they're going to be selling an Oculus, what do they call it? Not the Quest cable. I forgot. I think it's the Connect cable or something to that. That is going to allow the Quest to also connect to a PC for PC rendering. And essentially, the Quest will also be kind of like a desktop VR headset as well. Of course, lower frame rate. It's still capped at 72 frames per second or 72 hertz panels. So you're not going to get 90 or 80 out of it like the Rift S. But at least you'll be able to play the Rift games on the Quest, which is pretty damn amazing. But it's an OLED panel. It's not like the pentile displays that are in the Rift S and a lot of the new headsets, so you're still going to have the issue of screen door effect, but it'd be neat to, for people that have a Quest to now experience VR sim racing with their Quest. I mean, that's going to be pretty amazing. Oh, it's called the Oculus Link cable. It's coming out, I think, in November. It's a USB-C to USB-C, and apparently it's
about 1 lap of fuel
different
left.
than a normal USB-C cable. although they say you could get it to work with a normal USB-C, like an actual USB-C cable, but theirs has some fiber optic wires on the inside to help data transmission and reduce latency, and I'm sure it's just whatever fancy mumbo jumbo just to try to get a little bit more money out of you for buying the USB-C cable. But supposedly if you buy a really good USB-C cable, you can still take advantage of it. The feature is going to be released, I guess, in November, or opened up in November to the public. I'm sure it's closed beta right now. There we go. Carlos behind us is pulling us in quite quickly. Session is starting, so we're gonna
Right side, clear on the right.
gonna dive out of this practice session and get into the race session. Apparently, so is he. After about 30 minutes, you get tired of having something on your head. Yeah, it's not for everybody, but it definitely serves its moments, you know. And I get asked that question a lot: how come I don't VR sim race anymore? I still love VR. I still VR sim race from time to time when the headsets are working and when the Windows wants to recognize the headsets. But it's nice being able to just use a nice monitor. You know, we have this monitor here, and I absolutely love it. It's really, I never enjoyed racing on a monitor as much until I got a setup like this. So that's my personal preference. Some people really enjoy racing on one monitor or triples or whatever they're using. This is what really kind of got me. And, you know, I enjoy looking at my steering wheel and my button boxes and stuff like, well, button box, one singular button box. And I don't even use it really, to be honest with you. So we're in the race session now. Race is about to start. We're going to make sure we get our qualifying setup already set up to go. Got some people already kind of diving out on track.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
Actually, let's get our belts on. Gotta get our belts going. What am I doing? What am I thinking? Qualifying's about to start any moment anyway. We got the motion rig going, so you are going to see me moving around a little bit. Not that my rig is so unstable. I get that comment every so often. Why don't you buy a better rig? The SMPC. Do I think you made the right choice getting the CSW V2.5? Definitely, you cannot go wrong with that wheel. Especially how happy you are with it. See, a lot of people, they kind of lose sight of that. This hobby here, you buy what makes you happy, and if it's working for you, if it feels perfect, and how can you question it? You obviously did what was right for yourself. But the CSW V2.5, no one could argue with that wheelbase. That's an amazing wheelbase. Uh-oh, the SMPC, that's a sketchy topic there, sir. No, I mean, I agree with you. I
You
used
have
to
about
be
5 laps of fuel left.
I used to be VR all the time. And I'm sure I'm probably gonna get to that again. But I have these phases, like I wanna race on the monitor, then I wanna race in VR. I will be honest with you though, I am faster generally and more consistent in VR. And it's because of the depth perception. So I tend to nail things like the apexes and getting a tire specifically on a spot of the curb that I want to a lot more in VR than I do on the monitor. So that hasn't changed. And it's always a transition to try to go back to racing on a monitor again. So we are right now qualifying. This is the opening lap here. Trying to get heat in the tires. Yeah, I completely agree, the SMPC. So judging by how a lot of people were driving in practice, this first lap, I just want to get a time down. I want to make sure we get a time down. The second lap is when we're really going to try to push the envelope a little bit. My driving abilities, which are not amazing. But I know there's going to be guys 220, 221.
Okay,
I just want to be in the
your first time
222s.
lap. You've got
I'll be
about 2 laps of fuel.
really proud of myself if we could do that. Really went through a lot of fuel that one lap. Hopefully we have enough fuel in this qualifying setup. How wasn't that smooth at all? Come on, Crash. I do gotta say, total VR package, the Quest has been my favorite so far. For room scale VR, because I can just take it, pull my cars out of the garage and use my garage. You know, especially when people are over, that's a lot of fun. The Index is probably one of the best headsets there is out there, like the best as far as feature set. And durability, I mean, that headset just felt great in the hand. The Rift S, for a PC-based VR system, is probably one of the best bangs for the buck. So it's kind of all over the place right now. Alright, definitely got very unstable there on the braking. This is going to be like a 224 lap, without a doubt.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Oh my gosh. Where did what come from?
One more lap.
My name? 222,896. That means people are going to be bugging. There's going to be people in the 219s for sure. I don't think after our hour of practice, all of a sudden we're going to be able to compete with the top guys. I'm sure track conditions were set just so that people are going to be moving this qualifying session. Darn it. We definitely lost time here, guys. Yep. Bingo. I've always been into cars, even as a baby. One of my famous questions I used to ask my parents all the time, especially asking my dad, was, does it make it go faster? Everything. Doesn't matter what it was. Even if he was cleaning the car, does it make it go faster? But anytime I played a racing game or anything like that, I was so into it, but I would crash all the time. And I was very clumsy, so that was kind of like my nickname. Very clumsy. I'm still very clumsy. That was pretty good. That felt really nice. Oh, man. Oh, that was actually faster. 222,408.
All right, there's the checkered flag.
So we were well within our ballpark of where we wanted to be. But you can see, like, we're already bumped to 8th. So we must be in a pretty competitive split, or we just need more practice, which is very possible to see. Like, we're towards the middle of the pack right now. I'm sure as more and more people putting times down, we're going to get pushed more and more. Maybe not. Okay, so we are gridding 8th. Look at this, 220, 221, 221, 221. So we got to be in the 221s to really be competitive in the top 5. And that's going to be the goal. We were moving our time down quite quickly, so maybe we can get there. I'm going to adjust a few things here real quick.
One to go. Next time by. Line up on the left side. Closed. Pit road is closed.
I want this car to be as stable as possible. Safety flag isn't out yet. I have an I flag here. I really love this darn thing. I recommend it. I really do. I need to do a video on it. I still haven't even done a video on that. And I use it all the darn time. I really need to find a better place to mount it, though, to be honest with you. Because it's neat. When the spotter says car left or car right, you'll get these lit up brackets on the left and right side of the I flag device. So that way, like, if I had it mounted in a spot where I could just glance at it or kind of see it off the corner of my eye, it'll immediately light up left or right to show me even before I hear the spotter. So it's a really useful tool. It really is. So this is going to be a half-hour race session. Oh, safety flag is out. Hopefully we have enough fuel. There was one race that I was trying to set up given to us. And man, one of the last few laps, we were leading the whole race. One of the last few laps we ran out of gas. Actually, I think it was the last lap we ran out of gas. I had to pit in on the white flag. And we ended up finishing 13th. That was such a heartbreak. No. Nope. It has its own software where it connects to iRacing and it just works. And it's very simple software too. And I connected it all within my Stream Deck, my Elgato Stream Deck, and I set starting rules so that way when I hit a button that I designated as my start button, my rig turns on, the motion rig turns on, all the software for that. I have the software turn on for the iFlag, and something else starts too. Oh, Sim Commander for my wheel. So, you know, if you have a Stream Deck too, it'll kind of make starting all this software for all these different devices really, really easy. Everyone's trying like heck to get heat in their tires. I wonder if they've done this race already and they know what is about to happen. They're all giving each other room, being very considerate, like as if they know something's up. So, again, this is our first race at Road America with the Audi TCR. We've been very successful thus far in this series. I'm not exactly sure if this is going to be the end of our lucky road. Get a race deck. What is that? Trying to stay nice and calm. Really push my shoulders down. Man, my allergies are just killing me. I keep coughing. Sorry about that, guys. I know it's annoying. Norman, how's it going, buddy? You just joined in just the right time. We're just starting a race right now. We're starting right next to Jorge Gonzalez.
Get ready, going green. Pace car is off.
Here we go, guys. Here we go. Wish
Green,
me
green,
luck.
green.
Hey, for some reason the SMPC had blocked your message, but I can read it. I gotcha. It says, oh, hold on. I'll read it in just a moment. Oh, big spin there. Bumping each other already. We might hear some screaming. I forgot to turn chat off.
Right side, you're on the left, 3 wide.
Oh,
you're in
my
the middle,
gosh.
3 wide. Clear.
I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen. Glad we avoided it. Thought I was kind of being crazy for a moment, being overly cautious, but I kind of saw it happen.
Nice rejoin.
Now our tires are not really liking us too much. We'll get them back. Gotta stay in the throttle a little bit more there to help us pull us around. Button box, which the Stream Deck goes into, it has cutouts for the buttons. Oh, that's pretty cool. I gotta look into that. I'm so nervous. So am I. So Crash, have you purchased a long USB-C cable? No, it hasn't come out yet. It has not come out yet. They said it won't be ready at launch either. So I do have long USB-C cables to try it when it is available in November. Logitech sponsored car in the fence. That was a little bit better. All right, we're kind of spacing ourselves out a little bit, catching the cars ahead just a hair. All right, guys, give me your good luck. I think we're doing all right. If we kind of hold this pattern here, this groove that we got going, I think we're good. We're already in 4th position from 8th. That was one heck of an opening lap there. That was a 2:22.36. And we're already doing some pretty good lap times considering. Over slowed down there way too much. We didn't really have to slow down that much. Come on, Crash. Stay in the groove, buddy. This makes me hopeful for the rest of the week. Maybe we can, you know, get to the top 2 again. Get those points that we need. Smooth. We didn't get it off track, but we were darn close. Stay smooth, Crash.
7, let's catch the rest of them and then, yeah.
Oh, right to the edge. Whew. I'm squeezing the steering wheel so hard, I'm surprised I haven't bent it. Oh my gosh. Come on. There we go. .222 316. That was not good. Smooth. We gotta maintain smoothness. RVR Closet, how's it going, buddy? Feel it pushing out as you're getting on the throttle too early. The car punishes you for not doing what it needs you to do. Still unfamiliar with the track limits there, so it's like we're slowing down probably much more than we need to. We lost a lot of time there, guys. Here comes George Gonzalez, or Jorge Gonzalez. Less than a second behind us now. He's definitely in the groove. He's moving behind us. A lot of people in the pits. A lot of people in the pits. All good at work? Awesome, buddy. Thank you so much for joining in. One thing that's really tricky about these cars, if you get one tire in the grass and you're on throttle, it'll pull you into the grass more. You have to get off throttle to get back on the track. Just keep that in mind. We really got to get our groove for that sector down. We keep messing up the entry. Over slowing down. Scotty, how's it going?
What the fuck was that? 7.
Let's see. Hey, when do I get the HP Reverb back? Haven't heard back from them yet. My old one is sent to them. They did ensure me that they'll be sending me out one as soon as they receive the old one. So hopefully soon. 221.33. At least that's what it's saying on my dash. It's not saying that on iRacing. Maybe I'm seeing the optimal. Trying to just stay consistent. If Jorge behind us comes past us, and so be it. I'll keep the pressure on him, see if he makes a mistake. So far, we're holding him off about 0.7 of a second back behind us. That was not good. That wasn't bad. There we go. Woo! Use the entire track and some. There we go. .221.24, 221.890. So that's got to be my optimal lap. Out of the three, though, which one am I liking best? HMD, that is. Which three? Because I've tried a lot more than three.
Slow car ahead.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What happened? I feel that front end just trying to get grip. It like shakes the steering wheel. You can just feel those front tires clawing at the pavement. It starts kicking out wide. I don't know if it's a tire model of the car. I'll say that every single time because I've never driven this car with a different tire model. It communicates so well and it's so much fun. That's why you're seeing so much content of this car. I'm just having a blast with it. Even though it's front wheel drive. Whew. When it actually worked, how much better is it than the Oculus Rift S for sim racing? I wouldn't say necessarily better.
You're now in third.
But the clarity was insane in comparison. In comparison to the Index, I would say it's better. But it's not like an insane difference. It is definitely clearer though. And when you're in the heat of racing, you do not notice the screen door effect. And the distance at which you could resolve what your opponent's car is and see the opponent's car is further. And the distance at which you can see the track as well as the brake markers is further, which kind of just helps the immersion and makes it much more of a comfortable experience. But it is harder to drive that headset with a given system. You gotta keep that in mind. You gotta drive those pixels. Downshift, come on. Ugly off track. Darn it. Something happened to Jorge Gonzalez. I think Guillaume Dupont kind of came in on the inside and either scared him off the track or pushed him off. I'm not exactly sure if there was contact, but he's also pulling us in quite quickly. Currently sitting in third position. We started 8th. So definitely huge improvement there. This guy's only 0.3 of a second behind us now. He's definitely he's trying to make a move.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel.
What the heck? We're using a setup. Another off track, same spot, darn it. Messing up now. Come on, Crash. Shouldn't be making these rookie mistakes. I think he's going to try to pass us in the same
Right.
spot.
Stay on the left. Clear on the right.
Try to stay in his draft. I know he's trying to avoid that.
Can you let me pass, please? Thank you, mate.
We are now back in 4th position. We'll keep the pressure on them. These cars, they draft so well. Go faster. I'm trying. 1080 Ti, even with my 2080 Ti, let's put it that way, I had to push back some graphical settings. So it depends what you're doing graphically. At least we kept it in that time. Waiting for this darn white flag. I don't know if I'm going to have enough gas to finish this race. My gosh. One thing that he's doing, he's very consistent. I'm kind of stealing some of information, seeing him run. I think he's experienced at this track with this car. There we go. Like a Martin setup. I wish. Oh, that was a bad off track. This series, I haven't really got too many incident points in any races. So this is going to definitely hurt my safety rating without a doubt. At this point, I want that 3rd position back. I'm just questioning whether or not I have enough fuel to even finish. .221.184. Stay in there. Braked way too late.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel. That car is a lap down.
Thank you. Got a little bit better at entering that right-hander. I think next few races we do, we should be a little bit cleaner, a little bit more consistent. Only got a minute and 30
White
left.
flag, stay smooth.
All right, guys, I'm not going to be talking much this last lap. I really want to try to capitalize on any mistakes that may happen, provided I don't cause one myself.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
That was close again. Lost time there.
Dupont, you're too late, man.
Well, checkered flag, guys. Checkered flag. Looks like we're coming in fourth.
Okay, good race.
First race at Road America with the Audi TCR. Started 8th, finished 4th. Can't really complain too much. We did have a lot of very
Great job. You did really well.
very noobish mistakes, but we only got maybe, what was it, about an hour, half hour before the race practice and really try to get a handle on this car and this track combination. So can't complain. I think we did actually really well. I'm actually really happy. Wish we would have held on to that 3rd place. Oh man. Oof. Let's pull over and let's get out. I think we're in a safe spot now. Gotta worry about some people kind of slamming into you. Ah. Dan. Yeah, yeah. Well, let's see how this impacted our safety rating, if at all. Save that.
Marco, do you use?
Oh man, I need to turn off voice chat. Let's see. Our safety rating was a 3.7. And we're class A. Let's see where we're at now. I'm sure it went down, especially with 5 incident points. Hopefully it didn't go down that much though. That's the thing. Sometimes some races, man, it just drops you big time. Some races you don't really get a hit at all. Session results. Come on, come on. Not ready yet. See, they're not showing up. Let me try one more thing here. This normally works. I don't know. It's going to take a few minutes, I guess. They're not showing up at all. Interestingly enough. Come on. Here, definitely out of the race session. Normally it doesn't take this long before race results show up, so I'm wondering what the heck is going on. Results. Come on. Alright, there we go. That took forever. Okay. So, split-wise, we're like towards the middle. It was, looks like 4 splits, so we were like second from the bottom. We finished 4th, so our safety rating went down 0.07 with 5 incident points. We did get whacked pretty hard for that, so now we're Class A, but 3.63 as opposed to 3.7. Our I rating went up 66 points, which is good. We got a positive point there. Championship points went up 86. So let's see how that kind of puts us in our bracket. In our division, because we were 5th at the closing of last week. We may have to do a few more races to make sure that we actually get back up there. Always makes you wait until everyone's out of the server. Yeah, same thing. It's making us wait. Just depends on how long everyone sits in the server watching replays and stuff. So frustrating. So actually, we are currently 4th in our division. So those points definitely bumped us up. We closed last week 5th. And at the start of this week, we were, not the start, but before this race, we were 12th because we haven't done a race this week yet. And now that race put us back in 4th. So in our division for the Audi TCR's IMSA series, we're 4th place, which is freaking amazing. I am so excited. We're a good amount of points off from the lead guy. He would have to like not race for a week. So championship points right now, the lead guy Rob Baker is 293. We're sitting at 235. So from us in the car ahead, there's only about 10-point difference. So if I let's see, championship points. If I place a little bit higher, I could overtake him. Dave Bennett Got a 267. Antonio Quina is the one that's ahead of us with a 245. We have a 235. Francesco Roca right behind us with a 231. So it's only 4 points difference there. So if he just re-races, he could potentially beat us. So very close in this division, which is crazy that we are 4th right now. But I'm sure by the end of the week that's going to change. We're going to do more races. Hopefully we don't mess up our safety rating. Our I rating, we're still working on that. We're still building it. It was down in the dumps, but now it's 1619. I want it to be in the several thousands soon. But it's all about time. How much time do we have to actually race and do what we need to do, get the practice in the races. So everyone, I'm Crash, this is RTA Motorsports. Thank you so much for joining in and hanging out, having fun during this Audi TCR sort of series that we're doing. It's very unexpected. I didn't expect to like this car or this series at all, and we just fell in love with it. And now it seems like every week we're doing tons of races with this car. One of my good buds, Jesse's into it as well. He's probably going to be doing his race later on today. We might actually, and hopefully if I have enough time, I want to get into WRC. I really just got to purchase it. I don't even have the Epic Game Store installed on the system, so we have a lot of work to do there. But I do have some things I need to do first, and hopefully we'll all be either on later on, or maybe even tomorrow morning we might do some racing WRC8 and take a look at that. But I am definitely taking a look at WRC8. I need to pull this handbrake. Missing my handbrake action. Everyone, have a great day. I'll catch you all next time.